this is your girl Jules, and thank you so much for joining me on yet another episode of Jules Kitchen. I hope you're keeping safe, you're washing your hands with soap and water, you're sanitizing, you're keeping safe distance, and most importantly, you're checking up on your loved ones wherever they may be. I also want to thank all my followers. We are currently at 170 subscribers. You guys, that's a big deal for me. So thank you so much. And may you keep subscribing, share with your friends, comment, subscribe, yes, whatever is helpful to you, just make sure that you share with your friends. Thank you so much to my 170 subbies. You know what? You guys are the real deal. So on today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make a tomato tree juice. You can either call it a juice or a smoothie, whatever you want. But today I'm going to be showing you how to make the tomato tree juice. Some people call it tamarillo, although tamarillo is actually the plant that grows, that brings forth the tomato tree. So the tomato tree looks like this. This is what we're talking about. I know some of you might think this is an apple, but no. This is a tomato tree. When we were growing up, we used to call this fruit matunda ya damu. Yes, that's the best way we could call it. Actually, I was over 25. Yes, I think, yes. I was over 25 when I learned that this fruit is actually called the tomato tree. I had no idea. I always called it matunda ya damu, but yes. So what we're going to be using to make the juice, and that's why we're calling it the tomato tree juice. So I've done my research, and what I've learned is that this fruit has so many health benefits. One, it has vitamin A, C, and E. So it's a very healthy fruit. It's also an oxidant. So if you want, it's also an oxidant, or it's also used to detox for most people, and also apparently to regulate sugar levels in your body. And this is mostly for diabetes. So from my research, that's what I found out. So this is actually one of those really good fruits, and you want to know how to make this juice. Also, I've heard that it's recommended to have this juice on an empty stomach. Apparently it has better results than if you just took it after eating food. So welcome to my kitchen, and as always, let's do this. Karibu. So guys, let's get right into it. The first thing you need when you're making your tree tomato juice is 3 tomato fruits, washed and very clean. Here I'm going to be using about 11 pieces, and they're all medium-sized tomato trees. I only have like one that's really tiny, but so you can count as 11 tomato tree fruits. Then you also need a glass of water this size. I'm also going to be needing a glass of fresh milk. Then if you want to add a little bit of sugar or sweetness into your tomato tree juice, you can use honey or sugar. I prefer to use honey, and sometimes I just take it without any honey, actually. Then you also need a blender, and this is what we're going to be using to blend our fruits. And last but not least is a sieve, which is going to be used to sieve your fruits, or rather your juice. Once you've blended, just to make sure that you get the seeds out of your juice to have a smooth, juicy into your mouth. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is that you take your fruit and then you cut off the stalk, this part of the fruit. So that's what we are going to be cutting. So I cut my stalk, and then you leave the fruit by half. So I think I'd mentioned earlier that this fruit is very good. It has a lot of nutrients in it, and we used to call it matunda ya damu growing up. So for those who are wondering what it's popularly known for, I think most people call it matunda ya damu, or maybe it's just me and my villagers. I don't know.
Matunda ya bara.
Matunda za bara. Baga. Hey, okay. So my photographer over here, or is it videographer, is telling me they're also called matunda ya baga. Kitu kama hiyo.
Taita language.
In Taita, yes, that's the Taita language. Haki ya nani, I need to sharpen this knife. Guy. Woi, aibu ziko hapa jamani. Kukata matunda tu na vile ni soft. ngumu kama sijui nini. So I normally prefer to first cut all the fruits, then I'm going to be scooping off the rest of the ingredients uko ndani. So yeah, in case you're wondering what I'm planning to do with this. So I have all my fruits cut in halves, in 2 halves. So the other thing I'm going to be needing is a small spoon, which I didn't mention earlier. So I'm mentioning it now. I need a small spoon about this size to scoop out everything. And I'm going to be putting it inside my blender. So you try and scoop as much as you can inside the fruit, okay? So this way. You scoop everything and throw it inside there. So you guys, I don't waste anything. I try and make sure that we are not wasting any fruit out of this. I'm sure the people who even blend this thing probably with the skin. But yeah, in this case, I'm just going to be removing all the ingredients, and you leave your peels like that. So I'll do that for every other fruit in this half. And these are they're very ripe, as most of you can see. Yeah, it's better to have them very, very ripe, as they're sweeter. You see how easy it is to scoop using a spoon, a small spoon. Yeah, I find the smaller spoon easier to use as compared to the big one, the tablespoon. So you can also mix this fruits with another fruit, by the way. It's just that today I felt that I want the tree tomato all by itself, you know? Yeah, without mixing it with anything else. So the people who mix this are mostly with passion fruit. Yeah, I think that's the fruit that's commonly used to blend the tomato tree. But in this case, like I mentioned, I want to just have this by itself. So these fruits are quite a number from what I'm seeing. Or rather, the amount is a lot. So I'm thinking I would have to probably add some milk just to match up with the amount of the tree tomatoes I've put. I probably need like 2 glasses of milk. But let's see. So this is supposed to serve at least 2 people. Yeah, it's a 2 people serving. Also, I think. So there we are. These are all the peels that have remained. I don't know what people do with these peels. To be honest, I hate wasting. I'm like, I wish I knew where I could take these peels. Hatuna ng'ombe in Nairobi, hatuna mbuzi. So, acha niweke hapo. I could research later to find out what people use. How the peels can be utilized. So all my fruits are in the blender. So let me wash my hands. Then all our fruits are inside here. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is my glass of milk. There we go. Then I'm also going to be adding a little bit of water. Yeah. yeah, I think that's about it. And then this is also where you add your honey if you really want to. You can also add it as the last step. There are also people who use ice cubes, so you can add your ice cubes here in case you want it to be very cold. But in this case, it's very cold outside and I'm not a fan of cold things. Yeah, and as you can hear, my voice is very hoarse because of the cold that I have. So I'm going to be skipping those two ingredients. And so the next thing I'm going to do is to blend this. For about 30 seconds. So I'm sure you can see the very nice purple maroon color of this. It looks very, very nice. So this is how it looks. Yes, so that's how this is how the tree tomato juice looks like. I'm sure you can see the very nice color, and this is about 2 servings. 2 servings of this. Sieving this mixture just to remove the seeds. Oh, so once I've blended and I think it looks okay, let me just check with my spoon. Yeah, so this is the thickness. If you want it more light than this, you can add more tomato trees, or milk, but for now I think that's all I need. So I'm going to be sieving this just to make sure that I have it smooth, because I don't like the residue that is normally left on your mouth. And I'm going to be using a spoon. I'm going to be using a spoon to make sure this goes through. So I just want it very, very smooth, because I don't like the seeds that are left in your mouth. But there are those who can actually just take it as it is. So if it doesn't bother you, feel free to just take it as it is. So I'm doing this to fasten the sieving, and I'm going to be putting the remainder of it. So I think you've heard me mention that you don't have to sieve it. If you want to have the seeds, you can have them. They're actually very nutritious. But if you want to take a very smooth juice without the seeds, that's when you sieve it. As much as I'm sieving this, it doesn't mean that I'll throw away the seeds. I'll probably eat them. You can actually make a salad, make a fruit salad, or even your vegetable salad, and just pour the seeds in the salad, because the seeds are also very nutritious and are very good for your digestion. So if you're like me, you don't like wasting nothing, you're going to repurpose this for something else. So this is what is going to remain. This is the seeds. So I'll probably make some salad later on, either vegetable salad or a fruit salad, and add this onto it. So I'm not going to waste this. It's very, very, very healthy. But there is my smooth tree tomato juice. Let me wipe this mess over here. So guys, in case you're wondering where I got the fruits from, I got them straight from Baringo, fresh from the farm. And you know, in this channel we love organic foods. Rather, we make and cook organic foods. So I got the tree tomatoes straight from Baringo County, and I'm going to be sharing the contacts of my plug. And you know, I'm your girl, I'm your chick, I'm your guy. I normally share with you where I get this, where I get most of my ingredients and fruits and vegetables from. So guys, this is our tomato tree juice, and I sieved it into this plastic jug. But if you want to serve to guests and probably take it to the dining table, you can put it into a better serving jug and have this. Like I mentioned, you can have this, you can add sugar if you want, but also if you don't want, you can just take it as it is. It still works. Or add honey, and for me, I normally add honey. So let me do the tasting for you, because I'm sorry, you can't join me in having this. Perfect. I actually recommend you having it without any honey. But if you're a sugar person, use honey, use sugar. And this is very delicious. It actually has a taste like tomatoes, like the nyanyas, the real nyanyas. They're from the same family, so it tastes almost the same. It's not sweet, but it's very calming. It has a calming effect to it, yeah, if that's the better word to use. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you loved this recipe. I hope you're going to be using it, and you're going to tag me in all your videos. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to watch, subscribe, share with your friends, and let's do this once again in the next video. Ciao and take care. Bye bye.